Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here. As the recording of this, it is Tuesday, October 17th, 2023. I'm standing here in Kissimmee, Florida, off of Highway 192. There are some sirens going by. This is a miniature golf course here, former miniature golf course by the name of Pirates Island. I used to work at another place just like this, about a mile up on the right up there, called River Adventure Golf. I'm going to stop by there, show what's left of that. But I remember when this place closed about a year ago, I figured that after it closed, they would bulldoze it and they'd probably put something else here. It is just sitting here, rotting away. So I'm going to check it out, and then also just drive up and down 192 and just see what else I can find. But this right here is going to be probably the main subject matter. And then also River Adventure Golf that I worked back in the 90s. Never worked at this particular one, but I do have a soft spot for miniature golf places because I worked at one. Never been much of a golfer as far as 18 holes go. Let me think of Caddyshack and that type of thing. Maybe when I'm older I'll probably start playing a little bit, but I've never played a round of golf other than the miniature persuasion. Join me, shall you? Very much grown over. Got the pirate ship over there. It's pretty good theming through here. I am really amazed how this place is just left by the wayside. Left alone, nature has taken over completely. And the birds up there. But what if there's any gators in here? Now, this has even grown up quite a bit. Oh, look up there. There's a smiley face in the sky. All themed around pirates, obviously. Here's Captain Kidd. This is right off a very busy thoroughfare, Highway 192, Earl Bronson. See the traffic, the hustle and bustle of the vehicles going by. You got the Advent Centricare right next door, still open. Okay, this is interesting, the theming here. Got the wooden platforms and the rope here. Not sure exactly what that was. Theming was definitely on point at this place. It looks like a little smokestack. I mean, it's not, but it kind of symbolizes a smokestack with a sad face. And this is where they had the little areas where you could jot down your score on the scorecard. And maybe some squatters in here at one point. Oh, tinfoil up there. I don't want to think about what that was used for. Hello? Now, this was a hole from the golf course. It wasn't just for theming. This was Blackbeard's challenge. He put the golf ball there and he put it down this direction. So this was an actual hole there with the fake grass there on the ground. Doesn't appear to be a crow's nest anywhere up there. Like a lookout tower. If there was, it's been removed. lot of broken glass. This is where the waterfall was, here. The water went right down this section and then over the cliffs there. Always nice to document this kind of stuff, because there will come a point when they'll bring the bulldozers in and they'll level all this. I've seen that happen with a lot of different places. Only a matter of time, and sometimes you don't know what the time frame is. A place could sit like this for a year or two. You keep passing, oh, that's never going to go away. And then one day you just drive by it and it's leveled. And you're like, man, I wish I would have gone in there and checked that out. So that's what I'm doing. There was another one of these. I don't know if it was this particular establishment or a franchise or chain, but there was one just like this located over at the crossroads that they were on the corner of 535 and I-4, which evidently the state ended up taking over, and they ended up, you know, paying the restaurants and roadside attractions and the grocery store and everything that was there a lot of money to get out of that area. And they were going to build like a new on and off ramp, and that's been put on hold. But there was a miniature golf course there that was forced to close down, similar to this one. So this kind of reminds me of that. Can't tell if someone's living in there or not. Got a little water fountain right here. There you go. It's like the one they have at Magic Kingdom over in Frontierland. A lot less tourists than this one though. Oh, there's like a little cannonball hole in the side there for theming. Nice. Alright, here's the 18th hole, right there. Yeah, themed around all the headstones also. There's a bunch of these in here. Around the back of the property was the parking area back here. Now it's just an empty parking lot. Until time has taken over with the grass and everything has grown up over the stairs and over the course itself. There's just a random empty boat back there. Another cave right here. Oh, there's a seat right here. Check this out. It's an actual rock chair. The king of the mountain. It's a big chair. Okay, it looks like there was two different, okay, so this is Captain Kidd's Adventures. There's like there was 18 holes on each individual one, so there was two different adventures that you could go on. That makes sense. So it's not, each individual hole didn't have a different pirate name. So there's two pirate names for two different courses. That would have been a tough one. You would have had to go up here and you would have had to ramp it into this. And then there's probably a hole it popped out of, maybe over here. No, don't see the hole it came out of. Maybe right here. Ah, maybe right there. I don't know. But it went into this. Then you got the hole here. There's that other cave. Pretty wild, this little wasteland over here next to the open spots. Just to the adjacent business. All grown over. This is the pump house. All the lily pads down there. That swinging door right there in the wind kind of freaks me out a little bit. And you just, beautiful waterfall at one point went over the side of this right here. Those are from a bygone era. Former roadside attraction here in Kissimmee, Florida. Just left at one with the elements. And the swinging door. A pirate ship. Ooh, I don't know if I can go this way. Ooh, there's a little bridge right there. Well, I thought someone was walking right there. Little bridge, a little concrete bridge. You could walk the plank there, except now got some mattresses in the water. A little bit of theming left. These cannonballs here. These made out of styrofoam? Oh no, they're pretty solid. A lot of bugs here in this little retention water pond here, the lake. A lot of gnats. Bartholomew Roberts, alias Black Bart. I wonder if this is solid. Oh yeah, this is like full on cement. That thing is heavy. And over here is an RIP. Look at this. Very, very, very heavy as well. Ooh, what does this say? Tell what that scratched in there is. Far, matey, a foul smell. Be assured it ain't our sea. Methinks it's that village sewer tank lift station. Right over here. What I have? Stuff all over my feet. Oh, there's the sewer tank they were talking about. The back side of the sign. Right there. I'm gonna have a lot of pricklies on my socks and shoes after this. Oh yeah, that smells. That really does smell. Captain Howell Davis is amongst the most gullible of pirates. Posed as a merchant, or even a pirate hunter. better size up his prey. Interesting. Yeah, that sewage tank back there is no joke. It does stink. Look at this. Yeah, the Skyrider's going to town up there. Jesse. It is cool to see stuff like this. But it's also nice to not see stuff like this. So it's exciting to explore, but at the same time, it's not really doing anyone favors to have it sitting here. And I would imagine this will not be here. Well, who knows? I would imagine it won't be here too much longer. I mean, this is a pretty bad disrepair. And this is prime real estate on Highway 192. Got the sign all boarded up over here. This is located next to the Super Walmart, across from the Steak and Shake. Super Walmart, just about half a block from here. Oh, that's neat. It's not just painted on there. There actually is a cannonball in the side. And one there too. Very clever. I think I'm going to roll over to the other one that I used to work at, which is definitely not as intact as this one. It tore it out a long time ago. Let's see if I can find any remnants. Whoa, Billy Bowlegs. Let me zoom in on this. I know who Billy Bowlegs is because when I lived in the panhandle of Florida in a town called Niceville when I was very young, I ran in a Billy Bowlegs midnight run. Named after the pirate. Gosh, it would have probably been in the mid to late 80s, probably 86, 87, 88-ish. And I remember, I think I still have a medallion, the Billy Bowlegs medallion from that run. Probably have it somewhere. Can't really tell what that one says. Another name on that one too. A Laguna 21. Something a little after Billy Bowlegs' time frame. He would have loved to have something like this. A little comfort. The motor this thing had intact. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for Billy Bowlegs, but why is this just sitting here? I don't know. It's a Sea Ray. I think I heard something. I don't know what that noise was. Ooh. It's like a little area up there that someone could be in. Yeah, just about probably 3/4 of a mile, not even that far. As Medieval Times is right there, and then the Super Walmart I was talking about on the other side of that. And then past that Walmart is where the Pirates place was. But you could see little remnants here of River Adventure Golf where I used to work way back in the day. They have mowed this down, this area here. And right next to River Adventure Golf was a place called the Viking Motel, themed around Vikings. Did a video a long time ago, looking for Vikings when it was still standing. A lot of shopping carts back there. Many people have probably gone back there over time with their shopping carts and left them back there. Gate is knocked down here. Looks like they've had some heavy machinery back in there doing some mowing. There's a small shopping cart right here. That is not a real tree. That is a cell phone tower right there. Going full mini golf today. Gosh, was this where the mailbox? Yeah, this is where the mailbox was. Right there. That's the old mailbox stanchion. I can't tell if there's people back in the woods over there. It's kind of tough to tell. Well, these are the lights. I worked here for a while, over a year. Part-time, I was working at Kmart full-time, and then nights and weekends I'd work at the miniature golf course. Full-time at Kmart, part-time at the mini golf course, and then worked at the video store for a while too. So when I wasn't doing the mini golf, it was either before or after I did the mini golf place, I was working at the video store. Is this a themed rock? I think this might be a themed rock left over. Nope, that's a real rock. But it looks like a themed rock. Viking Motel was over here. Tons of shopping carts back in there. And when I worked here, I remember my supervisor told me when they built this place, the people who owned the golf course also owned Viking Motel. When they built the place, they built an elevated area out of crushed cars. Oh, look at this. There is one of the bridges. This is bringing back memories. So they didn't bulldoze all of it. Look at that. Wow. When I get back home, I'm gonna try to dig up some old photos of me when I worked here. A much thinner, blonde-haired, bleached-out blonde hair version of myself. So I keep going in. Yeah, there's like some little camps back in there. See the foundation of the Viking Motel over there. This is where I park my car. I drive my car right up here. Park the car right in this area. This is late 90s. Early 2000s, but more like late 90s. Wow. Bringing back some memories. I've kind of parked my car where it is now, where I started over there a few times in the past, but I don't think I've ever walked up in here since they've torn it out. And I use that term lightly because they haven't torn all of it out. So take a look at this. There's part of the concrete there. I don't want to step down in there. That's like elevated up. There's like probably snakes under there. There's a bridge right in there. So I believe this was where the crushed cars were, and then they built a mountain over that. So they didn't take those out. Man, I walked across this thing so many times going in and out of work. But I can't recall exactly where. Probably right here is where the main, oh, it's right there. There's a foundation right there. Wow, I gotta go up there. This makes me sad because I have memories here. Ooh, this is not structurally sound. Yeah, no, that's not a good idea. I'll go up that way. Wow, wow. This was where people would come up. I would explain to them how it worked, what the price point was, and then I would hand them their golf clubs right here. I spent a lot of time right here where this bonfire has been created. And then they would go off to hole number one that was right here. They go down an incline, and that was hole number one that I would, sometimes on a slow night, I would just play hole number one over and over. I get really good at hole number one. I'm pretty sure I have some photos, at least one or two photos of me right in here. So I'd cross that bridge, park my car, cross that bridge, and I would, right here, help the customers. And there was like holes all up there, all grown over now. I think I have a photo where I'm right here, a slender me, leaning over. I think my sister came to visit, or a friend. I think it might have been a sister with her camera. Back when you had to do the like 1 hour photo thing. It was before digital. And she took a picture of me leaning out the side, and one of the guys that sold the timeshares, back when they would give out Beanie Babies for timeshares, he was in the photo with me. And we were like right here. So if I go home and I can find that, I'll put it in at the end of the video. Alright, I think I'm gonna get the heck out of here though. That's enough reminiscing. Just talked to the lady that's going by there on the sidewalk. She was telling me that sometimes people will be back in the woods back in here. She was giving me a little warning. I said it's okay. Nothing to worry about. Didn't disturb anyone. You would never know that there used to be River Adventure Golf back in here by looking at this now from the road. It looks like a, I don't know, like a swampland. The old light up there, grown over. Relics of the past. My past. All right, this is interesting. This restaurant closed, fast food restaurant, and this, I believe, was an Arby's. Yeah, I could see the Arby's emblem up there, which is really interesting because the Arby's in Celebration closed a couple months ago. I was there when they were pulling out the signage from the windows. It had closed a couple days before I noticed it. The Celebration Arby's is only like, you know, 3 miles from here. But the Arby's here is closed. Is Arby's pulling completely out of Central Florida, or at least in Kissimmee area? 2 Arby's gone in the same neck of the woods. Very interesting. Would be way off base if this was not an Arby's, but it looks like the color scheme of an Arby's. I never went to this Arby's. I always went to the one in Celebration. Frequented an Arby's for a big roast beef. Definitely not beefy king quality in the Milk District of Orlando, which is my favorite roast beef, but that's quite a hike from here, so sometimes I was destined to get Arby's. Yep, restaurant is no longer open. Okay, there is one open at 219 West Vine Street, it says. It was an Arby's. 2 Arby's down. I don't know how many more to go. This is right off 192. Okay, I got back to my place and I found my Billy Bowlegs Midnight Run 1985 Northwest Florida Track Club. Still have it. Had it in a little box with a bunch of old photos and mementos and things. So when I think of Billy Bowlegs, he was a pirate. Billy Bowlegs, 1985. I would have been 11 years old. Living in Niceville, Florida. Right here at the track club. And here is myself working at River Adventure Golf, the place that is now sitting desolate and empty. And there is myself taking, so basically I had to take this big shovel when it would rain, because it rains every day in Florida. And there'd be a little lull in business, and I have to go out there and take the shovel and get the water and take the water off of the greens. And there's me, and not exactly the best photo quality. It's a little kind of darkened out, but you can see Highway 192 over there in the distance. There's me wearing the shirt there, and here's that photo I was talking about. In fact, over here you can see the sign that has the River Adventure Golf rules and things like that on it. And there's me, and I showed the spot where that was. Building's gone. But there's myself, a much younger me, late 90s version of myself. A few pounds thinner, well, more than a few pounds thinner. Short, bleach blonde hair, and no beard. A little walk down memory lane today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.